A guy came up to me in the street the other day, an American who had heard of me, which is rare, and he sounded nervous as he approached the name.
Sure.
Which I respected, because you can get yourself into all sorts of trouble.
Yes, but did he nail it?
Did he nail it? No.
All right. This is In Tandem with Chloe Radcliffe, and my guest today is Romesh Ranganathan.
Hello. We're unconcerned by the crime scene stuff.
Yeah, the crime scene seems fine.
Oh, this is actually
People are just walking on.
This is actually quite pleasant. There is a lack of control at the back here that I...
Yes, I have never ridden the back of a tandem bike, so I have no idea what it feels like.
There's part of me that doesn't like it, because obviously I am totally in your control, but also there's another part of me that does like it, because despite the fact we've only just met, I trust you,
Thank you.
with a bike more than I do myself.
Thank you.
But it's a low bar.
All right, Romesh, for the viewers at home, will you introduce yourself?
So my name's Romesh Ranganathan. That's actually pronounced incorrectly.
How is it supposed to be
Well,
pronounced?
the Sri Lankan pronunciation is Ranganathan.
Okay.
My parents are very worried about us assimilating into UK culture, so they taught us how to pronounce it with an English accent.
Sometimes English pronunciation sounds so much more American than European. Like Ranganathan sounds...
Ranganathan?
Hey, are you Romesh Ranganathan?
Yeah.
That sounds like it's from Minnesota.
Anyway, I'm a comedian. I've been going for about 14 years.
Cool. Wow, that's actually so much less than I would have expected given
my age.
No, how successful you are.
Oh, right, okay.
Given that you are a celebrity host of a lot of shows.
Oh yeah, so I host various things. Sports panel show called League of Their Own. The UK version of The Weakest Link I host. I would say probably the thing that's most commonly said about me is I'm overexposed. That I don't have a quality control over what I agree to do.
That you're desperate and you're hungry and you're
that I've
always worried that your career is going to be over in a week and you have to take it.
That's so unlike comedians to feel like that.
I don't know anybody, any other comedian who is always terrified that their career is about to end.
One of the things that I kind of get this tandem makes you go so deep so early chat-wise, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's great
I was wondering why you chose to do this, and now I get it.
Yeah. You don't have to make eye contact.
Yeah.
You're not talking to me, you're talking to the world. You're talking to the air.
Because I would say that the accusation that I probably have done too much is a fair one. But I think that part of that is the ongoing sort of heartfelt belief that I am shit at what I do. And so, you sort of feel very lucky to be given anything.
Yes.
Basically, when somebody offers me a job, what they're saying is, you are shit. But despite you being shit, would you like to do this job? It would be so rude to say no.
Which is the craziest. I empathize with this so deeply.
Yeah.
And still, you have to know that is a crazy interpretation of somebody offering to pay you what I have to assume is millions of pounds to be on national television every week, beamed into millions of households. And you're like, and what they're saying is, they could get anyone else, but they're taking such pity on me.
Yeah.
They're deciding to throw me this bone.
Yeah. I mean, I both feel that is probably irrational, but also incredibly rational. I genuinely, I'm not just saying this, if, for example, if at the end of this ride, we got off the bike and there's somebody waiting in Central Park and they said, Romesh, I've just had official verification, it's over, I'd be all right. I
think wondering if it's going to be over is so much worse than having somebody tell you it's over.
He's not cycling.
I'm getting heckled on a goddamn tandem.
You tell him.
You're the comedian.
Yeah.
He's a celebrity. Is this who you expected to see on the back of a tandem?
How are you?
Still not
I am. I'm really working hard. Don't do this to me, man. Romesh. Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Happy New Year. Right?
Happy New Year, man. You can edit the bit out where you didn't know my name, right? Yeah.
We'll just make AI say. Is there a thing in comedy that you would like to do that you haven't done yet?
The truth is, I feel a little bit selfish at times because, like, for example, I've done you know, I've done seasons of scripted television that I've written and been in.
Yeah.
If you were to ask me if I'm proud of any of them completely, the answer to that is no. I was trying,
Yeah.
you know,
Of course.
but they weren't as good as I wanted them to be. So there is
Because of your lack of experience, or because of
because of my lack of experience.
project dynamics?
Yeah, lots of things. I mean, you hit on two of the big ones, but like me not having a clear enough vision, me maybe not sticking to my guns enough in some regards, you know, and all of that. And there's a strong argument if I'd have stuck to my guns and they'd allowed me to, it would have been much worse. You know, I'm fully aware that is a possibility.
As we have established so far on this ride, you certainly have considered that possibility. There is no part of your browbeating brain that does not consider that possibility.
I mean, the simple answer to your question is I'd love to do like write a comedy film. It doesn't matter what level, but the complicated answer to your question is I would love to create anything that I feel completely proud of, that I think that is my thing.
Great.
And I haven't done that in stand-up, in television, in writing. I just haven't done that. All of the things that, you know, you could name, you pick out anything I've done, I could tell you what I thought I did shit in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's possible I'll get that can never happen.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the idea that you'd be completely proud of anything you do is a level of narcissism that even I can't hope to aspire to. But that is the truth of it.
A level of, if there's a negative story to tell, then there's a positive story to tell.
Yes.
A level of peace with yourself.
Sure, there you go, yeah. Yeah, well done. I don't feel like I've done the thing that I can retire and go, I stand by that. I don't stand by anything I don't stand by a single thing I've done so far. Is that bad to say?
Sorry to all the fans of The Weakest Link out there. It's really funny. Sorry to everybody who's about to buy tickets to your town hall show.
Listen, I'm trying, okay?
Come witness the freak show,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Am I proud of it? No. But I will try, you know. I can promise you that.
Great.
Is it okay to be out of breath, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sort of masking it to sort of
Yeah.
I can avoid embarrassment.
No, let it.
I feel I've tried to be casual. This is much harder than I'd been led to believe. Anyway. I do think that what we do is it combines self-loathing with extreme narcissism. And that leads to mental health issues, do you know what I mean? Because
Or it stems from mental health issues.
because like, you know, the idea that I'm humble is bullshit.
Apparently bullshit.
It's bullshit. No, it is bullshit because why would you even roll the dice on doing this, right? And why would I go, oh, I'm so humble, but also could you pay me for me to say what I think on stage?
Could you pay me to be alone for an hour with a microphone while 1,000 people are quiet?
Yes, exactly. And if you, by the way, if you talk, I will eviscerate you for daring to interrupt me.
For daring to have an opinion on what I am saying about you. On the prognostications that I'm making about your life.
Exactly.
Another tandem. Wow, oh no, they're beating us. And they're British too.
They're sort of leaning into it in a way that we're not. I don't.
Well,
they've got a harmony.
We've got to save ourselves for the second lap.
Oh, okay.
For me, the mental game is the hardest in comedy.
Right.
Getting my brain in, being able to like manage when I'm in work mode versus when I'm not.
How do you mean though? Do you mean on stage, off stage? Is that what you're talking about?
No. On stage, off stage comes very naturally. I don't even think about it.
Okay.
The like micro of if I'm writing, if I'm working on a script, or if I'm writing stand-up or whatever, and I like get to a stopping point and I'm like, good job, Chloe, you deserve a break.
Yeah.
Then to take a break for an hour.
Yes.
To get back in after that break, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I never get back in.
Yeah.
Which is why, at this point, what I have kind of taught myself is don't take breaks.
Right.
Which is also not healthy.
Incredibly unhealthy.
Right. And that don't take breaks mentality has expanded into a macro version of when I'm in work mode versus when I'm not, which is I am never not in work mode.
Oh no.
And I think to a detriment.
Yes. No, definitely. You don't have. There's no theory.
Yeah. And, you know, doctors suppose, surmise. And I look back at my early years in comedy and I'm like, fuck, Radcliffe, why the fuck didn't you just work harder?
Right.
Why didn't you work more? Why didn't you put in more hours? Why didn't you write more scripts? Why didn't you write more jokes? Why didn't you, you know, whatever? I can think of a million things that I sort of was like going on easy mode.
Yeah. Do you really
or
believe
medium
that?
mode.
Do you believe that?
I was not going on anywhere close to the mode
You were
that
not
I
in
am.
beast mode or whatever the hell they
Right,
call it.
right.
I mean, that's quite a dangerous thing that life has taught you there, isn't it? Because basically, what
Always
that's taught
work,
you is
never.
if you flush your work-life balance down the shitter, you'll be rewarded.
Yes, 100%.
That's not
that
ideal, is it?
100% my lesson in life.
Yeah.
You just named a thing that I have never quite named about myself, but yes.
But I mean, and also the other thing is, I know that you're in a great relationship, so it's not even like your personal life is suffering either. You're being taught no lessons.
Yeah.
There are no.
Yeah.
There is nothing that is telling you that you're overworking.
Yes.
That's bad.
I
isn't it?
don't see my friends very much, and my hair is falling out. But
Okay.
other than that,
Yeah, but those are minors. Come on.
yeah, who cares?
You can pay for beautiful hats.
We're gonna pass these people on your left.
Okay.
Look at that old man just
That is so.
whizzing by.
What a legend. Do you know what? You asked me what my ambitions are.
Yeah.
Is to be that cool at that age.
Yes. Wear cargo pants.
Yeah.
Whiz by
What a guy.
two people working in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Sort of almost cut them off.
Yeah.
Go on his merry way to the Upper West Side.
He's probably off to do a 20.
Is there a thing in comedy that you would like to do that you haven't done yet?
I used to be a teacher before I did this. And I think education has benefited from my exit.
Do you wish you had started stand-up earlier?
That's such a great question. Well, I went into teaching. I was working in finance, and then I made the flip across to teaching.
Okay.
And so
Wow.
I did like a quick conversion thing, where they just sort of put you in a classroom for like a term. If
Sure.
you don't touch anybody, you're qualified.
You were in finance and then math, and now you host The Weakest Link.
Yeah.
And you say you didn't have a plan for your career before you set out.
You know, that has occurred to me in the past. Why am I doing that? I mean, I know I'm doing it because I've always wanted to do comedy, and now I'm doing it, and that's great. But I'm doing it, right? Why do I have to keep working? Like,
Yeah.
what am I trying to? What's my end game here?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
I don't have an answer to.
And for me, the end game is fill the unfillable hole.
Yes.
You know, fill the hole of external validation, which is why we do this.
Yeah.
And if what I have already gotten in my career does not fill that hole,
Yeah.
if what you have gotten in your career
I
does
know.
not fill that
We're
hole,
fucked.
then it's like, yeah, sorry, buddy. There ain't no hope.
Yeah. What else do you want?
Yeah. What else do you want?
You've gone against the odds.
Yeah. What is your most effective coping mechanism with the insecurity, with the negativity, with the bad story?
Well, the truth is it's something I've struggled with for a long, long time. And I have tried every type of therapy. I've read, so many books. I've looked into it so much. There have been times when, if you're looking at my situation externally, married man with kids, it all looks happy. He's, doing this and that on TV, stand-up's all selling well. Around that time, I was diagnosed with depression. So I was definitely struggling with these things. And what that taught me is, it doesn't matter how much external validation you get. Something has to be right inside.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And actually, sometimes I've really fantasized about catastrophization and really pushing something to the absolute worst.
Of course.
actually-
It's seductive.
Oh, it's so.
It feels so good
Oh, it turns me on so
to
much.
be
It's-
worried. Yeah. It feels amazing.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, and then this could go wrong, and then you get cancelled there, and then your agent
Yeah.
will probably react like this, and then you probably find your wife would react to you in a different way because actually what she's realised is a lot of her love and respect is rooted in what you're doing career-wise, so that's over. Then your children start to look at you and think, God, this guy's a hollow shell of what he used to be. I don't know. I'm just
Or worse, they
freestyling.
realize this is always who he has been, and we didn't know it going into it.
I mean, one of my worst fears, Chloe, is my wife and children finding out who I am.
They better not watch this podcast. Lisa, no!
No, I'm just saying that for shits and giggles. I'm doing a show in New York. I just come out and
New
then
York
I'll cry.
seems sad.
I didn't
They're
realise we'd do a
sad
second
here.
lap. I was struggling for chat. Please don't go.
I can explain. It's not what it looks like.
How about yourself?
Stu once, I think some some technology thing wasn't working for me, and I was throwing a little fit about it. The
Yeah.
British word, a strop, which
Yes.
is a word that I've learned from Brits. Didn't have it before.
Yeah.
Love it. An adult tantrum.
Yeah.
Was having a little strop about it, and I was like, how do you react when stuff, I'm sure I was crying and mean.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you react when something happens like this? And he went, well, I think I would just go, oh, that's annoying, and keep moving. And I was like, oh, you can just do that?
Yeah, that is an option, isn't
Yeah.
it? Realising that's an option
It's
is
so annoying,
Yeah.
so insulting.
Yeah. Oh, you know what you're struggling with? I just dismiss it with a shrug.
I just go, yeah, that's
You know
irritating.
that thing you're crying about and shouting, and you've been inconsolable for 45. I just go, oopsie.
Yeah. Hey, and you're right. It is annoying.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And then I move on.
Yeah.
What?
What a prick.
Yeah, absolute asshole. Thank you.
Look
Oh,
at
maybe that was to you.
No. No, it definitely wasn't.
That's fun. Wow, both of us. That's exciting.
Yeah, that's good. Although my guy didn't know my name.
I don't think that guy knew my name.
Well, no.
I think that guy's going to go home and Google birthmark comedian.
He's given you the option of believing that he did know
That's
your
true,
name,
that's
which
true.
my guy didn't.
That's true.
Don't take a guess.
Yeah, right.
Just ride away. We've had a nice interaction.
I don't even know if it counts as a nice interaction. It was just a medium interaction
And
that
he
you
sort of
didn't have to
heckled
make.
me about my lack of peddling,
Yeah.
then said you're a comedian as if he was delivering me information, and then didn't know my name.
I love biking so deeply with my whole heart, regardless of how much people make fun of how dumb I look in a helmet
Yeah.
and how smelly I show up to places.
But you ride everywhere.
I ride everywhere, yeah.
So you'd ride to a gig,
Yeah,
even if there weren't shower facilities at the gig,
correct.
regardless of how far it was or how sweaty you might get.
I usually ride for somewhere between half an hour and an hour to gigs, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good to know.
And then
No further comment. What's your question?
but I love it earnestly, and it
Okay.
doesn't matter the kind of judgment that I face
Sure.
for
No,
it.
no judgment. That's what I'm saying.
For my
no
choices.
judgment at all.
No judgment at all. I don't believe it in that accent.
Sorry.
What is a thing that you love earnestly and wholly and could talk about forever?
Oh, for me, it's hip hop. You know, I'm obsessed with it.
A famously lame, dumb thing.
No, but it is though. It's not really seen as a grown-up thing to listen to by some people. Particularly, I think you're coming at it from an American perspective.
Okay.
Right? In the UK, you know, gangster rap from back in the 90s
Yeah.
is how for a lot of people in the UK, hip hop has been canonised. So if I then say I'm into hip hop, they'll go, "Yo, what's up? I'm
Sure.
going to smoke you with my Glock, bitch," or
Yeah.
something like that. I wish I hadn't done any of that. And a lot of people sort of say the lyrics are, you know, there's no lyrical depth to it. It's all kind of materialistic. And don't get me wrong, some of it is horrific about women, and some of it is
Sure.
extremely materialistic. Some of it's very extremely violent.
But so are a lot of the art that those people like.
Exactly. And I think that people think that all hip hop is that.
Yeah.
And actually there's loads of it that's spiritual and positive and uplifting and thought-provoking and like beautiful social commentary, and you know, I would defend that.
What's your favorite artist to recommend to change people's minds on hip hop?
If they're of an old school sensibility, then I would point them in the direction of A Tribe Called Quest,
Great.
who I just think production-wise, you know, lyricism-wise, and in terms of how they sound like grown-up music, I think it'd be very difficult to argue with A Tribe Called Quest as like an introduction. If it was somebody that I thought wanted to hear something new and exciting, it would be Doechii. I think she represents, you know, really proper hip hop, but pushing it in a completely new direction and doing different things with it, and what she does with her vocals and the production and all of that, and what she does with the live performance.
I have long felt that rap is very similar, that the best rap is very similar to stand-up,
Right.
in that it is all setups and punchlines.
Yes, yeah.
The best rap is landing a punchline.
Build up of tension and release.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes. And the best rap is funny.
Yeah. A lot of really good rappers could have been, could be
Yes,
comedians.
yes. Not very many good comedians could
Become rappers. No, I can testify to that. This is fucking unbelievable. This hill.
And don't worry, it's going to be worse.
It just doesn't even look impressive.
It is time for a our new segment called
Oh God.
Tough Questions Uphill, where you don't have to make eye contact with me.
Okay.
And we are going to sprint as fast as we can.
And people always agree to that, do they?
Well, it's a new segment.
Okay.
Well, you
Shit.
are only the second person to do it.
Okay.
All right. What do you hate most about stand-up?
Being away from home and the fear of death.
Great. What do you think you're going to die from?
I think it'll be something to do with, it'll be a heart condition, almost certainly.
Okay.
The heart manufacturer in my family is poor,
Oh, all right. Well,
which is not good for this hill section.
yeah. Push. We're only a third of the way up the hill. Do you have a favorite kid?
Yes, on different days, yeah.
Okay, great. How many days a week do you feel insecure?
6 to 7.
Okay, great. How did you feel growing up about your eye? I'm asking that because I have a birthmark.
I felt terrible about it, and I was very self-conscious, so I started making jokes about it, and now people tell me I make too many jokes about it, so it's really backfired.
That's exactly how I feel about my birthmark. People are like, when are you going to do a set where you don't talk about it?
I'll tell you what, how about I have a day where I don't have to live with it?
Yeah, how about when people stop commenting on it?
Are we This is horrific.
We're
How-
2/3 the way up.
Okay, great.
All right.
Okay, go on.
What is the thing you would tell your first manager or agent if you could?
I am good at comedy.
Great. This hill is harder than it's usually.
Unacceptable, man.
Wow. Okay. You haven't laughed us, right? Inspired you to go slower?
How you doing, man? You alright? Yeah, you too.
Is it ever too early for a burrito?
No.
Do you know that in October of 2013, you posted at 6:09 a.m., is it too early for a burrito? On Facebook. 6 in the morning.
No.
I would say that is too early for a burrito.
I don't remember posting that, but there you go.
All right, that was it. That was the hardest part.
Okay.
Our time on the tandem bike has come to an end.
Really?
Yeah.
That went so quick.
You were a champ.
Can I just say, I found that a lot more horrific than I let on in terms of the physical demands.
Great. I'm honored that you kept going through it all.
My calves are.
You sound like, chipper and completely in control.
I feel I'm ODing on lactic acid. Can I also say, just before.
This has been in tandem with Chloe Radcliffe? Yeah, say it.
I love you saying on your left, on your right. Oh my God. It was so good. It sounds so polite.
It's
Congrats.
Thank you.